Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Champions League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at my team going into the second leg of round of 16. So, as you can see, I am looking at some transfers and I'm not sure what I want to actually do. So, let's just have a quick look at the team on how it's looking like so far. Let's just go to the first leg. As you can see, I got 59 points. It's okay. It's okay. I did drop a little bit in the rankings. So from like 1.5, I'm around 4.5 now. So I dropped a lot there, but it's still a good rank. And I think this round I should do better. I just only missed out on a captain option. A big captain return. I went with Cancelo. I think a lot of people went with like Mahrez, a lot of other Manchester City players, and yeah, that like team lineup helped a lot of people out. They went all in and got a lot of Manchester City players, so that worked out a lot for a lot of people. For me, it was a little bit downhill from there, even though I had a decent returns. So I went with Lewandowski. That didn't work out as well. One of my Chelsea players did not play. I went with Danjama. And then I went with Haller, who scored an own goal. It's scored, he returned a little bit, but it wasn't enough for a little red arrow. However, moving forward, I think the team is looking good. We looked at all of the strategies, we looked at the teams that we should focus on. I mentioned that Manchester City could do really well, and Liverpool wasn't expecting Bayern Munich to draw 1-1 with Wolfsburg, so that was a big problem there because I had a lot of players from that team that was highly owned and expensive players that didn't return. Chelsea did well, but with Chelsea they got a couple of players that could be rotated, and I'm expecting Ajax to do well at home. So, looking forward, what we basically need to do is look at the first leg and see who has got a good chance to go to the quarterfinals, because we want to try and bring in those players in because it will help us out in the quarterfinals first leg. However, there are possibilities of the teams that might be kicked out of the tournament could still do well and give us the points that we need. However, looking at these fixtures, like Liverpool versus Inter, I think that's going to be a big game. Here, I think Bayern Munich at home is going to be really, really strong. So I think they're going to do well here and get through. Liverpool should get through as well. Real Madrid against PSG. Now, this is an interesting one. I heard that Mbappe could be injured. If that's the case, then it's gonna help Real Madrid a lot. I know PSG's got Messi, however, like the defense for PSG in the midfield is not. I think at home Real Madrid could get a result here. It could go extra time, but I feel like Real Madrid could get past them because of Mbappe being injured. We'll have to make sure though. I have to look at more press conference, but I think I just kind of like saw that it was out. Manchester City is 5-0, so they're pretty much through. It all depends on which players is going to play there. They might rotate, but I doubt that they would. I think they'll put out their strong starting 11 like Kevin De Bruyne, like Bernardo Silva, Cancelo, but they need to. I think 5-0 is quite big, so they could rotate and attack the Premier League. They don't really need to win this. Saying that though, I think they're still gonna put out a strong starting 11 just in case, because they want to go to the next round, right? I think a lot of people is desperate to go to every single next rounds. They want to like you never know what can happen, right? Sporting could like score 2-3 goals in like 10-15 minutes and things could change a lot, so they don't want to risk that, I guess. But I think there could be some rotation that we need to watch out for. Manchester United against Atletico, 1-1. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Ronaldo's even going to be fit for this game. And Manchester United is just not. They're not really performing the best. Like, yeah. Then the teams, the players that we can focus on is just like maybe Bruno Fernandes and maybe Sancho. That could be a differential. Elanga could be something that is very cheap that could help us out. But I'm not sure if I want to invest in any of these teams here. But for Ajax and Benfica, I think Ajax at home is going to be really strong to get through to the next round. So maybe investing in an Ajax player could be the way to go. And here is going to be definitely Chelsea. I think getting some of their defense could help out in the long term. And Juventus versus Villarreal, that's going to be a tough one for them. Juventus being at home is going to be quite strong. So I think that's going to be a close match as well. So looking at this team, I pretty much have the players that I need to get through. I just need to make one or two adjustments. I'm going to go with Lewandowski as my captain, although I think Salah could do well as well. Both of them highly owned. Lewandowski is just a player that could do extremely well at home. Same thing with Salah. It's going to be really, really close. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I think, Bayern Munich being at home and they're drawing, I think they really need to win the game. With Liverpool, they can draw and they can be okay and they get through. So I'm going to go with Lewandowski. And so, but then I say that Inter Milan needs to go for it. There might be more spaces for Salah to do well in. So that might work out really well for Salah. So I could just captain him instead. And Salah, returning one is going to be a decent amount of points. So I might actually go with that because of Inter Milan needs to go for it. So I might do something like that. The other thing that I wanted to mention is Jota. If he is on the bench, then I'm gonna have to remove him. I don't want. He can always come off the bench and do well, but I would rather have a starting player. So I have pretty much made a decision. Now it all depends on Jota's situation. If Jota plays, then I'm gonna leave him and keep him on the field. But I'm going to remove Jorginho and one of my defender here from Atletico that is injured, right? Yeah, he's injured. So I want to upgrade these two. So I'm thinking of maybe bringing another Chelsea defender like Thiago Silva. I could bring in Reece James. However, that game is quite a long way. So I'm not sure if I want to do that. But then I'm thinking to myself, maybe they could always bench Thiago Silva. But he's been playing a lot of games for Chelsea. For this game, I guess did they really needed Matchday 6 to do well and to go through? I don't think they did, right? I have to make sure on that because he didn't play here. So isn't it still an important game? 2-0, things could change as away as well. I'm thinking about Thiago Silva. I could go for Reece James. That could be a massive differential. His ownership is only 7. Let's have a look at Thiago Silva actually. 7% as well. Okay, both of them are at a similar price. And I've got 6.1. Jorginho here. I'm not sure if he's gonna start, so it's quite. Yeah, it's a problem. He could start. He could play. I'm not sure what's gonna happen there, but I think I'm just going to remove him and just bring in a cheap player that plays. So there isn't any amazing 6 million midfielders that could do well for me, and a lot of players that might actually get kicked out from the tournament, so I don't really want to make those moves. So I'm thinking maybe I could just try something and just go for the player that kind of helped us out throughout the season. Where is this guy? There we go, Alvarez. That could help out, and I got 1.5 to kind of help me out to sort out my team for next round. So I could do something like this, and I got one more free transfer to make. I could remove Jota if he doesn't play, and I can do something like this and bring in James and Alvarez and upgrade my striker and go for an Ajax striker like Tadic. That could be a good differential. 1%, as you can see. So something like this, I'm thinking about taking a little bit of risk on Ajax though, but I think I'm quite happy with this. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens with Jota. If he starts, then I might just remove these two here and go with the players that I mentioned. Or if Jota doesn't play, I could just do a sideways switch and just get Diaz and just do this and remove my defender here. Try and see if I can get a 5.3 defender that could help me out, and go with that and keep one of my transfers and hold Jorginho just in case. Like if I see like the midfielders is a little bit weak for Chelsea, he could actually play, and he's got the ability to actually get a high score because of him being the penalties. So that is pretty much it, guys. I think I'm going to go with Salah now. Looking at the fixtures and looking at what Inter needs to do. They need to go to Liverpool and score, and there could be a lot of counter attack for Salah to do well. They're home. For Salzburg, they're probably going to like defend and make it difficult for Bayern Munich, but Bayern Munich is going to go all out. And even if so let's just say Lewandowski scores a goal. Here we go. Here's one of the options here. Score the goal. Play for 90 minutes. That's 6 points. If like Salah scores a goal, let's just have a look here. Here we go. Salah scores a goal. Plays for 60 minutes. It's 7 points. So it's a little bit more, and plus the clean sheet could help out as well, and it could go up to 8. So it's a little bit more points they could gain. But we'll just have to see. Anyways, guys, I think that is pretty much it. I kind of mentioned what I would go for the quarterfinals. Go for the teams that is going through to the next round. I was guaranteed to go through. Obviously, things could change. You could take a risk on some players that not many managers are going for. Like a lot of Manchester United and Atletico players, they're not really going for them because they're not sure who to pick. You can go for them. They could do well. Like Bruno Fernandes is an option. A lot of people will have Manchester City players. For me, yes, I could get a Manchester City player by removing maybe Jota. It depends if there's other injuries. I could sort my team out. So let's just have a quick look. Like if I wanted, because I might want to, keep have Kevin De Bruyne. But as you can see, I don't really have the money to kind of fix this issue here and fix this issue here. So the only way that I can look and see is maybe getting a Langa, and as you can see, 0.7 instead of maybe what's it called, and Kevin De Bruyne. I could go for Mahrez. That could be beneficial in 0.7, and I can get a better defender. So as you can see, I could go and get Reece James. So Reece James is 5.6. So I could do something like this. The midfield is not bad. The defense is not bad. The striker situation, Langa is showing that he's capable of doing well. So there's always an option, and he's a big differential. But we'll see. I could go this route, guys. So if Jota is not playing, if I don't want to go sideways to Diaz, I might do something like this. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think. I think that is pretty much it. Yes, reset for now. Let's have a quick look at the leagues. And there we go. So I dropped a little bit. I am 4,763 in the overall ranks, which is not bad. I just need to get a good result in the second leg of round of 16. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining. I hope that this video has helped you. Please give the video a like, as it helps my channel out a lot. And I'll see you guys next time. And good luck. See ya.